Hey guys, how you doing? This is Paul from Breaking Chains. Just a couple hours ago, it was sunny outside. It was nice outside, and as you can see on my shirt now, it is snowing, and it's snowing very hard. Um, and it kind of, as I was driving in this, it kind of just reminded me of change and how fast change can happen from one extreme to the next. I mean, it was sunny and nice out. Yeah, it was cold, but it was sunny and nice out, and the storm clouds came in, and now it is just snowing like crazy. I mean, I don't know if you could see it really, but it's coming down really good right now. It's kind of beautiful, actually. See if I can point it to you guys, but kind of hard to see, but in video it's always hard to see, but you can see it falling on my shirt. But anyways, so what prompted the video is we know the mental health reasons as to why people relapse, and you know, they get into things like the psychological reasons, the spiritual reasons, and just all the mental health stuff, and of course the bio, the brain, and what's going on in the brain when it comes to relapse. But for me, I've been in and out of addiction for my addiction for over 30 years. And relapse after relapse, I can't even. I have more relapses than I have hair on my head. So I understand it. And when I got clean and sober, you know, through the years, 10 and a half years clean and sober now, I've kind of went back and thought about a lot of those, which sometimes it's really hard to do, is to think about those relapses and why. And of course, I was talking with a friend the other night, and he explained it well, and I knew that one of the big reasons is that addicts, and including myself, which really a light came on when he talked about that, because it was kind of like, you know what, he's right. He's absolutely right, that addicts have a hard time with the why. They want to know why. Why did my mom do that to me? Why did my dad do that to me? How could I have done that to my kids? How could I have done that to my spouse? How could I have gone to rehab after rehab and not get it? And how could I have gone to psych wards? How could I have burglarized people? How could I have done the things that I've done to people? How could I... the list can go on. I can keep on going as to the questions that we ask, why? And as an addict myself, even if I have the answers as to why those things happen, I'm still going to ask the questions, why? Well, you already know the answers. And some of those you're not going to get the answers to. You're not. Mental health professionals would disagree in some areas that I would say that you're not going to get the answers to all those questions, and you're not. And some you might have the answers to, but you're still going to ask the question, why? And as long as you're asking that question of why, you're going to continue to have a hard time in your recovery. You're going to continue to relapse. And if you don't relapse, you're going to have a hard time in your recovery, because you need those answers as to why. But the truth is, you really don't need the answers. Waiting for that answer as to why, even though you may already have it, is keeping you from growing. It's keeping you from your recovery. Yesterday is gone, and it's never coming back. And you're in today, and you have a whole future ahead of you. And if you're holding on to those things from the past, I always tell people, I've always taught it for years, which is why when this guy was talking to me, it was really making sense about that addicts hold on to the why. It made a lot of sense to me. Because we have a hard time of letting things go. The things that have, oh, that was a big snowdrop. Because of the ones that, the things that have happened behind us, and we have a hard time letting those things go, the things that have happened to us and the things that we've done to other people, and we hold on to those things, and they keep us from the perfect recovery. Not that things are going to be perfect, but I mean the perfect recovery as in the essence of you won't have to obsess over drinking and using anymore. That goes away. It went away from me actually in my first year. I never thought about using. I still don't. I don't obsess over it. I don't think about it. It's not part of me in my recovery and who I am today. So my suggestion to you is to stop asking yourself why. You don't need that answer. You really don't. And you got to let go of the things that you've done and move forward, because those are going to push you further away from the why. and they're going to help you grow in your recovery and grow in yourself. If you feel like there's some apologies that you have to give along the way while you're in your recovery, then do that. But why did you do those things? Why did those things happen to you? Some of those are important questions to have answered. I'm not going to lie about that. But even when we have those answers, a lot of addicts will hold on to that. They won't let it go, and it'll keep them in their addiction. And that's my point, is that we've got to learn to let those things go. And if you don't, you may not get the answers to a lot of those questions that you have. And the truth is, you really don't need them, because some of them are going to keep you from recovery, and some things are better left without the answers as to why. So anyways, I wanted to do this in the snow. It's freezing out here right now, but I wanted to do this in the snow because I wanted you guys to see the change. Even though you didn't get to see the sun out, I know you could take my word for it that it was sunny. It was actually really nice out earlier. It was cold, but it was really nice. And these clouds crept in, and these are big fat snowdrops. I mean, huge. It's not quite sticking on the ground yet, but it will stick, and that's important too, because in your recovery, some things may not stick right away. But trust me, you give it some time, keep your efforts into it, and eventually, all those good things outweigh the things that happened in your past, and it'll begin to stick inside your mind that you know what, love is greater than everything if you allow it, if you let it be that way. Anyway, these drops are getting bigger and bigger. I better get out of here before I get snowed down. Oh, I caught one on film. I love you guys. Peace. It's Paul from Breaking Chains. Hey, you can go to my Facebook page, Breaking Chains, Hope for Addicts and Their Families. Shoot me a message there. I'd love to talk to you. This is Paul from Breaking Chains. Peace.